Okay, you hadn't done that yet. That was the problem. We are back live. It's your Bolo Punch Boxing Hour brought to you by George Rogie Insurance. www.bolopunchboxinghour.com. Streaming to you live, as always, on Ustream.tv. Two with the producer, Patterson. You are a real gem tonight, dude. Let me tell you something. Let me educate the kids at home. You are more awesome than I even thought you were. How can our listeners get in touch with us tonight? I'm sorry, I didn't want you to do anything.
Hit us on the hotline, 219-743-9743. Yahoo Instant Messenger is up and running. Keyword Bolo Punch Boxing Hour. But the best way to reach us is in the chat room via Ustream.tv.
Now, that you say that the Yahoo Instant Messenger is up and running. You say that every week. I don't see it on your screen, though.
Right here, buddy.
Oh, there it is. Okay. It is there. All right. It's up and running, but no one's in there.
Everybody uses the chat room anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's very rare. I should probably actually stop saying that.
You should stop saying most of the stuff you say.
Hey, go get me some milk stout.
You should go get more beer is what you should do. All right, tomorrow night. I have to ask, and I'm embarrassed that I don't know this. Is Friday Night Fights in Vegas tomorrow? Are they putting the Oliver McCall fight on ESPN?
I'm not sure if there are Friday night fights.
There might not be. They might be taking a week off to close out with Tavoris. Tavoris, Cloud, and...
there's two big cards, two big fights. Guerrero, I believe, is on that card as well.
No.
Or no, Guerrero's on this week. Randall Bailey.
Randall Bailey, who's another good friend who we will be getting on in the next couple of weeks. So tomorrow night in Vegas, Oliver McCall, Chicago's heavyweight. Against Franklin Lawrence, 10 rounds at heavy. Also, Elijah McCall, who, if I would have seen this earlier in the day, I would have looked it up to tell you that Elijah McCall is probably the son of Oliver McCall. Probably just starting out since it's a 4-round heavyweight fight. You think? Since you're a Chicago kid, too?
Yeah, it sounds right.
Okay, that's safe money. If Nestor says so, then...
No, I knew he had a son. I just can't remember the kid's name. I'm sitting here thinking about it.
It could be Elijah.
Yeah.
It could be it. All right, DeMarc Scott is taking on Isaiah McFadden. 6 rounds, super middleweights. By the way, Isaiah sounds black. McFadden sounds Irish. I don't know if there's too many black Irish out there.
Say maybe he's black Irish.
You've also got a gentleman by the name of Christopher Spang against Stephen McCrae, and Brian Batiste against Dustin Day. Tomorrow night in Chicago, Nestor should definitely be tuning into this. Emil Sotopovitsky Kegaban and myself will be live at the UIC Pavilion. David Estrada taking on Chris Gray, 8 rounds at junior middleweight. Also, you've got Foster and Cotto against Robert Florentino, David Latoria against Frederick Norris, Ramiro Carrillo and Jamar Hampton, and Tony Maldonado, as well as Antonio Avila.
And
so,
they don't actually have Jose Hernandez.
Jose Hernandez all of a sudden is not listed.
He's not listed on the ESPN. I believe
he's not fighting on this card. He's fighting on the
David Diaz?
David Diaz card.
Okay.
So no, he wouldn't be. You confused me there.
Like,
why isn't he on there?
What is confusing me is this is all on one night with the.
But there's going to be a press conference for an upcoming fight on the same night as a fight.
And they kind of had, I mean, one's called Windy City Fight Night 5, and one's Windy City Fight Night 6, so, I mean, it's all...
Windy City Fight Night 6 is starring David Diaz.
Yeah.
That's the big difference.
When you get emails, though, it gets very confusing.
He brought him a beer.
He brought our milk stout. It brings all the boys to the yard.
That is ridiculous. Manchester, England, you've got Michael Brody taking on Mark Alexander. 6 rounds at junior welter. Oh, that hurts, dude. David Barnes against Felix Manuel Laura Guzman. No relation to me. 6 rounds at junior welter. And then the big one on Saturday night. Houston, Texas, HBO. The homeboy of Houston, you've got Juan the Baby Bull Diaz. He's from Houston, so he's
not really a homeboy.
You can be a homeboy if you're from the town you're fighting in. Juan the Baby Bull Diaz taking on Paulie the Magic Man Malnaghi. 12 rounds for... they're both at junior welter. We'll come back and make our picks here. Malcolm Klassen against Robert the Ghost Guerrero for the IBF Junior Lightweight Championship. You've also got Ishe Smith and Dan Jacobs at middleweight. Danny Garcia against Oscar Leon. This is a good undercard. Man, I'm digging that. You also got Swamp Donkey. You got Adam the Swamp Donkey Richards against Harvey Jolly. I will go past other more well-founded fighters
Just to,
to get to Adam Swamp Donkey Richards. We need to get Adam Richards on Bolo Punch next week.
What's his nickname?
I don't remember. Let me look. Oh, it's the Swamp Donkey. Got to love that. St. Louis, Missouri. You've got DeAndre Lattimore, good friends with Bolo Punch. We had him on several months ago against Sammy Sparkman, 10 rounds, junior welter. Budapest, nothing important. You've got Grady Brewer fighting in Pala, California, against Albert Onalus. Again, that's 12 rounds, junior middleweights.
You see 12 rounds there? It must be for some type of title.
Yeah, they had dug up something. It's not that hard to do.
When
the Intercontinental belt.
WBA
Not
has
that
3
the
titles.
WBA and BC belt. What was that? Not cool. There's also fights on the 26th, so that will be next Friday night. That's actually next Wednesday night. And then Thursday night is Versus. And then next Friday, ESPN2, this is the season finale of Friday Night Fights. You've got Randall Bailey, our good friend, against Juan Urango, who just lost in a really, really rather cool fight against Andre Ward.
Yeah. Not Andre Ward. It was... I know it
against Andre Berto, pardon me.
Andre Berto, that's who it was.
Yeah, that was Andre Berto against Juan Urango. Also, you've got Tavoris Cloud taking on Clinton Woods. Thank you for that, by the way.
It was one of those.
Thank you for that assist. And Jonathan Gonzalez against Jason Thompson. Awesome. That's going to be a hell of a card, too. Let's head on up. How much time do we have, Timmy?
3 minutes.
All right. Well, we each get 1 minute to speak then, because I want to know, Nestor, who do you like in this? Juan Baby Bull Diaz against Paulie, the Magic Man Malignaggi. Malignaggi throws a million punches around, but they don't hurt. All his knockout wins were in his first, 20 fights. Okay, he has not scored knockouts
Against
very,
any championship
very
count.
regularly once he hit the upper echelon of fighters. And then there's Juan Diaz, who truly lives up to his nickname of bullying his way forward. Head down, shoulders squared, and just throws. Juan Diaz is not known for his power either. You've got the Zoolander lookalike in Paulie Malignaggi, and you've got Juan Diaz,
Okay,
who...
Chris, you're done talking. Your minute's up. Go.
It's awesome. And then you've got the young Mexican gentleman from Houston. Who do you like and why?
I like Juan Diaz. I really think that I realize that he doesn't have a whole lot of power as far as that goes. He's not known for it, but I really think that his style is not going to do well for Paulie Malignaggi. I think it's going to not confuse him, but it's actually going to really kind of tick him off because he's not going to be able to solve it through most of the fight. I think it's going to probably go 12 rounds. Are they fighting 12 rounds? Yeah, it'll be a decision.
12
it'll
rounds.
Be a decision. I think Diaz is going to get the decision.
All right.
Yeah, I don't
Mo,
think.
what do you like?
I think it's going to go 12 rounds as well. If Diaz or if Malignaggi can go 12 rounds with Cotto, I think he can go 12 rounds with Diaz. I think it's more that Malignaggi has a good chin for that 12 rounds more than that Juan Diaz can't stop anybody. I mean, he made a couple guys quit purely on their will.
Popo Freitas.
Yeah.
So who do you like? You going Diaz?
I'm going Diaz. I
Yeah.
mean, as I'm explaining this, you kind of get that out of that. I think Diaz he's so busy that it's gonna play factors for him. I think, but it does play into the counter puncher that Malignaggi is. So it's going to be a good fight, but I think Diaz will pull it out.
I'm 100% agreeing with all your points, but I'm also 100% picking Paulie Malignaggi to win this. You sort of hit the nail on the head with my point when you say he has stood there for 12 rounds with Miguel Cotto. He can take shots for 12 rounds.
And he's also a very good counter puncher, which
is
plays
his game,
right into Diaz's throwing a bunch of punches.
which could make this a really cool fight, but my pick is Paulie Malignaggi. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be right back with cruiserweight sensation BJ Flores on your Bolo Punch.
Rogie Insurance is a 4-generation